There's a plate. It's right there. Where my welding rod is, that plate needs to get welded to the bottom of this arm. Right here, it gets tack welded. And there's 3 of them here. And one there too. It gets tack welded there, and then there's 3 of them. What I'm going to do, you need to leave this open a little bit so water can drain out. But I'm going to slot this and weld it to that. And then I want to tack weld these up real good back here. What that does is it helps keep this plate right here from bending back and forth. We'll put that together right now. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. There's a chunk. There's a chunk I took out. Yeah. That's opened up a little bit more. So I'm going to weld right here. Right there at the bottom. Go to the light again. There. Right here, I want to weld. I want to weld this all out real good. I want to grind a bevel on that so I can clean this, get this all welded up too. I want to weld really good right in here. And I want to leave a spot open here so it can drain. There's other portions forward of me that water is going to get in here, and you don't want it to freeze. We are in the North America, so I'm going to have to leave this open here so the water can drain. I'm going to do the same thing a little bit higher up. instead of a 1/2 inch hole, it's going to wind up being about an inch hole.
1/2 of an inch will be welded, and the other 1/2 inch will have the hole in it for a drain.
More room to tack it so it'll work itself. Now I'll take grinder, bevel this real good so I can get a good bead up in there.
Now I changed grinding wheels to a 1/4 inch wheel. The slotted area is past the cutout, and I want to bevel that area so that I can put new metal back in there and strengthen it. Just where I cut it and went past the cut area. Right now I'm putting on a piece that has been trimmed and cut to fit that area where I had preheated the metal to bend it. The metal has probably lost a lot of strength, and I want to beef it up so that it will strengthen it. Multiple tacks have been put on this piece of metal that I'm going to weld, and I'm trying to make the tacks about an inch long and about 8 to 10 inches apart. This piece required a lot of welding. The vertical up area, I used Hobart welding rod 3/32, probably about 85 to 95 amps. And on the horizontal area and the overhead on the bottom, I used 1/8 inch Hobart rod 7018, probably about 100 amps to 140 amps.
This piece here, I still left this welded in nicely, and I've shaped this and ground a bevel to go over that weld. I want to leave that weld in there. All I want to do is put this on here and use it as like a backbone, you could call it, brace. That way it keeps this piece here from coming up.
This area here, I am prepping it to lay that metal flat against the other metal of that arm. And there was a weld underneath it where it had split. And I cleaned that area up so that that metal will lay flat. And now I'm going to weld that piece of metal so that it reinforces that area. Now, I've put multiple beads on here. The fillet area where the square area is on the outside, there is a root bead that goes into the throat, and then there is 2 more beads that go on the bottom and the top. Call that a fillet. And in the grooved area up against where the hydraulic cylinder bolts into the eye, that one there is several passes. Stringer beads, you want to keep it clean. That way it's a good weld. After it's all finished welded, put that green back on there so that it protects the metal from rusting. This is the end of part 2 about this arm that got welded. This 712 had covered a lot of ground in its time that it had been used. And it's unfortunate that it happened. The ground was very dry this fall of 22. And it just took its toll and worked it over. And it's unfortunate what happened. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for future videos so you do get notification.